My second question is like as a follow-up of my colleague from the EP. What single binding step must the government take within 30 days under the Genocide Convention? Thank you very much.
Thank you. So far as those named as having been responsible for the incitement of genocide, we have made a recommendation to the International Criminal Court that examine the evidence in relation to their statements and consider whether they should be prosecuted. That is a matter for the court. I should add that we have focused on the three of the top officials responsible for this area. But there are many, many statements by Israeli political and civilian leaders that incite genocide, and also by others, including some media commentators in Israel, that have been inciting genocide. So we just looked at the tip of the iceberg, and that is those at the very top of the command pyramid within Israeli society. The incitement to genocide is a separate standalone crime under the Rome Statute, and that's what we're focused on, that crime of incitement in naming them at the top of the pyramid of command. So it's up to the court, but we have provided the evidence in our report, and we've made a recommendation to the court, and we will see what action the court takes.
Okay, thank you. The second row, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Jérémy Lange for the French Public Radio. Kind of a follow-up question to my colleagues' previous ones. Another way to ask you for that is, are you hoping that from now on, the UN, the Secretary General, the High Commissioner, will use the word genocide and not acts of genocide? And same thing for the state parties. And also, are you calling, it's a yes or no question, are you calling for Israeli state leaders, Benjamin Netanyahu, Yoav Gallant, and Isaac Herzog, to be brought before the ICC?
So yes to that second question. You just wanted no or yes. Yes, it is our hope that this report will be read by the higher-ups, including the Secretary General at the United Nations, because they too are trained to be guided by the facts. This is the first time that, and we are the only investigating body of the UN that has taken 2 years to verify facts. So most of these facts already appear in our reports, but we investigated 3 or 4 areas of new facts as well. So the facts should influence high-level leaders at the United Nations also to call this what it is, the genocide.
Yeah, look, just a short addition. Others have commented on genocide before in relation to Gaza. There have been some excellent NGO reports, and particularly I would single out the report of Francesca Albanese, the Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian Territory. A strong report, a well-argued report, produced by a different methodology from ours. Our methodology is based, as I said before, on our own investigations and our own conclusions. So I can say that given that this is investigative-based, this is likely to be the most authoritative report on the question of genocide in Gaza until the International Court of Justice delivers its decision in 2 or possibly 3 years' time. So, pending the decision of the court, this is it. And it's up to the Secretary-General and the High Commissioner to make their own decisions, but I would expect that they would start using the word genocide based upon our report after it's released now.
Thank you. Next we'll go to Agence France Presse.
Yes, hi, thank you. Agnès Pedro from AFP. I have two small questions, I hope. The U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, yesterday called, he talked about barbaric animals, talking about Hamas. So I would be interested to know if you think that this could be considered as well as inciting to genocide, as I think the word animals is in the report as well. And then after the publication of this report, I would like also I would be interested to know what would you say as well to the Israeli society, given that their leaders are clearly pointed in the report and the conclusions of the report are quite strong. So what do you say to them, what they should do or what they could do as well? Thank you.
Thank you for the question on inside Israel. You know, to our knowledge, clearly the people inside Israel are not exposed to news as we are, and from all of you. I hope that they get access to this report. Much of our information, I should say, comes from cooperation from people inside Israel, victims, experts, who've shared some of the details with us. And it must affect them to have this kind of report and a recording of the implications of these statements made by their leaders. Now, the Rubio question, I'll leave to Chris.
The Rubio question I'll answer very quickly. I haven't read what he said, and I haven't got the faintest idea what its impact may be. But I do want to join Navi on the second question, because to me this is one of the most significant issues. I hope that our report will reach through to the people of Israel beyond the majority, not all, but the majority of the Israeli media that consistently wipes out critical information that people are entitled to and that people need. The people of Israel have been betrayed by their government from the beginning. Betrayed on the 7th of October when 1,200 Israeli people were killed. Betrayed by the government in the government's abject refusal to take action to rescue hostages. Betrayed by the Israeli government in pursuing for 2 years now this genocidal war that has made the peace and security and the prosperity of the Israeli people almost impossible for the foreseeable future. The people of Israel are victims in this as much, no, not as much. There's no comparison with the suffering of the Palestinian people in the last 2 years. But the people of Israel are also the victims of this, victims of the betrayal of their own government. And anything that I can do and we can do that will assist the people of Israel to see what is happening, to take responsibility for their government's actions and act to end it, is only a good, is only a positive. We cannot understand how traumatic the 7th of October was for the people of Israel. And the trauma and their suffering has been ruthlessly manipulated by Netanyahu and his cronies for the last 2 years. And it's time that it stopped. And it's time that those who were responsible for this were held accountable.
Okay, let's take a question from the New York Times.
Yeah, thanks for taking the question. There's